right, so the Warriors lose once again, this time to the Los Angeles Lakers by a final score of 124 to 116, and now the Warriors have lost 4 games in a row. Coming into this one, I mean, the Lakers, they were on a 4-game losing streak. They were struggling, and so I thought maybe the Warriors could snap out of the recent woes that they have been sort of experiencing. But no, they didn't, and LeBron James in this game, I mean, he was incredible. You got to give it to him. He had 56 points, and which is one of the most this year, and it was just a really good game from LeBron. The Warriors could not stop him at all. And so it was just the LeBron show pretty much. Westbrook had 20 points, 12 from Malik Monk. For the Warriors, they had a pretty good game from Curry and Jordan Poole with 30 and 23 for them respectively, but their defense could just not stop the Lakers when it came to LeBron. And for the Warriors, they were doing pretty good, throughout this game. They were leading at the end of the third quarter, and then the Lakers outscored the Warriors by 13 in the fourth, and, LA gets the win. So the Warriors, it's very much a recurring theme. The Warriors, have the game within reach in the first 3 quarters, and then they choke and give it away in the fourth. And that's what's been happening in most of our losses in this recent patch of really bad losses we've been having. And the Lakers, they've been sort of having some controversy lately, of course losing games and then moving guys off the bench and whatnot. But LeBron in this one, he just took charge, 56 points. And so Westbrook played good as well. I got to give it to him. The Warriors, of course, they started off really strong, and it's just lately we've lost 8 of our last 10, and I never thought it would come to that. They've reached a new low, losing 4 games in a row. And now we've fallen to 3rd place in the West instead of staying in 2nd. The Grizzlies passed us, of course, tonight after this loss for us, and they're, of course, becoming really good. And we might, have to worry about other teams approaching us, like the Mavericks or the Jazz, if we don't get our act together. And I mean, the fact that we lost by 8 points is sort of ridiculous because this game was very much within reach. Like I said, we were leading for a good portion of it, but we just haven't been good on defense or offense lately. And I feel like more so on defense because at the end of the games, well, I guess both are sort of equal, but I think at the end of the games, they're giving up too many points, and then we're going through these long scoring droughts. So I think hopefully when Draymond Green comes back, we can work on our defense more because Draymond Green is a great elite defender. But overall, the Warriors are just struggling, and it's evident. I mean, Curry is playing good, but I think the Warriors are sort of dipping into this, rough patch of just not playing good basketball and sort of making excuses for things. Sure, not having Draymond is going to hurt you, but I also think that he's just one part of it, and I think that the Warriors are even going to consider themselves a good team. They have to still win games, especially against teams like the Lakers, without Draymond Green, and I think really tonight it was evident that they couldn't do that, and I think really in the last 10 games it's been evident of that too. In this game, the Warriors, they didn't do super bad in terms of like turnovers and whatnot, but we did get out rebounded, and that's a big issue I've been thinking about and talking about lately. So that's an issue. But the Warriors, they fall to 43-21. It's an issue. It's definitely an issue. All these losses. Our next game is against the Nuggets, and I mean, we haven't played good against them this season either. And the last time we played them, they got a buzzer beater to win it. So hopefully we can beat them, but in the same time, there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed. And I think Steve Kerr needs to sort of go to the drawing board and figure out what's not working, because I feel like a lot of it could be put on him as well. But the Lakers, they were just making their shots at the end of the game. LeBron, 56 points. You got to give it to him. He's a great player. So, that's pretty much it. So, final score, 124 for the Lakers, 116 for the Warriors. Bad loss tonight, and we got to move on. So let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and go Warriors.